there are very good tools out there, but they're expensive, right? And one of the things that I wanted to talk about was like, here's some free tools that are available for everybody. If you're at the beginning of your DEI journey as it relates to recruiting, if you're a small or medium-sized business and you just don't have the resources to pay for those pricier tools,
right.
It gives you an accessible way to engage with this and think about how you're writing your job description. So let me give you an example. Like I think that this typically illustrates how one of these tools would work. So say I put lead lead this business process or lead a team in doing this. For a lot of us, we hear the word lead and a man pops into our brain. Whether we're men or women or neither, right? That at least in Western culture, that's often the association, the biased association that our brain makes. And this isn't saying that women or non-binary folks or people that aren't men can't be and aren't good leaders, but we just get inundated with language and images, and we've never had a female president in the United States. So that's a association that our brain makes. So maybe think about, and the tools will suggest this, maybe think about using managed instead of lead, right? And there's less of an association in a lot of our brains between a gender and the word managed. So that's what these tools kind of suggest. Hey, this is a more masculine coded word, or this is a more feminine coded word, and help you either pick a neutral word or at least figure out a good balance in the job description for you. Because it works in reverse too, right? It's not always just about attracting more women into a role. There's lots of positions. I work in HR. I'm typically around almost 70-80% women when I'm at work, right? So that's not good either, right? When you have a preponderance of one gender in certain kinds of roles, that's not diversity. So that's ultimately what we're trying to achieve, right?
So I've got to ask, I know it's not really part of it, but because it's like the hot sort of thing right now,
Sure.
like everywhere. So like AI, right? Like,
Yeah.
So like AI in a job post. And like, we were just talking about how like, I know AI is pretty incredible with like a lot of things, but I don't think AI really, works gender wise, right? It's like,
Yeah. I mean, I think especially a lot of people in my profession, what we're very leery about is that we're teaching AI off of what we've already done. And we know what we've already done is biased, right? That the way, we've written job descriptions, the way we've hired, the way that we could basically be teaching machines that should be neutral, right? Our own biases, right? As they're learning. We're just teaching them what's flawed about people right now. So I think there's a lot to figure out there, and I by no means am I that deep of a technical expert, but it's definitely something that I think technologists have to be super mindful of.
yeah. So Scott, can you talk about the free tools that you have for like?
Yeah. So there's a few online, and I think they're really good and helpful. So one that I have the most experience with is called Gender Decoder. There's another called Applied Text Analysis, and that's a free tool that looks for gender-coded language. And the last one is ePloy, E-P-L-O-Y. And those are all, you can basically write out your job posting, copy and paste it into one of these tools, and it will highlight the language you should think about modifying.
Oh wow.
Super
That's
simple.
awesome.
Super simple.
That's really cool.
Yeah.